All right, so there's a handful of Godeys images you can look at. There's the ones in the PowerPoint and the outline, those are the same. You have a handful in your Through Women's Eyes and my note to pay bills later today. You have them at the end of chapter 4 in Through Women's Eyes. And I gave you a website that had like 25 or so you can kind of see them in color too. When you look at the images, a few things to notice. First, none of the women are looking at you. They're all looking to the side, they're looking to their children, they're looking up to their husbands. It would be very bold for them to look directly at you. Even the first Barbie doll, when she was first created in the 1950s, the very first Barbie doll looks, I don't remember if it's to the left or the right, but she doesn't look at you because that would be a bold thing to do. Women are always in the center of these images, and then their children or their husbands are around them. So again, suggested the center of the home. They're also very much drawn in the home. You can tell that they're in a physical space that is inside. Note though, even when you see their husbands in these images, the husbands are in the background, they're behind them, but they're still elevated above them, to suggest, of course, that he actually owns this space, even though she has control over the space. And then the other thing to think about is how this would make women feel. I'm sure you all, if you have children at home, right, your houses look like this, clean, your children are clean, they're well dressed, you're well dressed, everybody's calm. I'm sure everybody looks like that inside their house, right? Yeah, probably not. Even more so in light of where we are now. But definitely, right, think about how women would feel when they look at this and they see the one that's called the nest there, right, where the children are like sitting quietly and behaved around her, and she's got her hair done and she looks all perfect. Also, to notice their features. Their hands are really small, their waists are really small. Part of that's the corset, which you're going to read about in just a little bit, but also it's because they drew them, and you can't actually get a body to look that small. Those historians that study eating disorders actually trace some of those disorders back to this period of time because of the corset, but also because you have mass-produced images like this that women constantly have access to. Godeys had hundreds of thousands of subscriptions. So, nearly every middle class and even some working class women are looking at these images, and this is what they're aspiring to be. So, I think I hit all the things I wanted you to think about there and some of those questions I asked you before you started looking at the images. But if you've got more questions, you can always ask them in the discussion board below. Take care.
Here are 3 reasons why your 6